Tom Fasy is an associate professor of pathology at Mount Sinai School of Medicine. He is a board-certified pathologist with an interest in uranium toxicology. In 2012, he traveled to central and northern Iraq, visiting teaching hospitals and teaching hospitals and colleges of medicine, assisting with nursing. He will be speaking on the chemical effects on Iraqi people.
Hello, and thank you. So I would like to focus my comments on what we may call as the health crises in Iraq. And to summarize, I would say that there is a clear increase in the incidence of cancer and leukemia and also of birth defects. And I also, personally witnessed a remarkable increase in the incidence of cerebral palsy in a small city called Hawija in northern Iraq, near Kirkuk, the oil city. So let me just return to the increase in cancer. So there are relatively few cancer registries, and this is not precisely documented. However, the number of women who suffer from breast cancer is quite remarkable in Iraq. However, there are not any breast cancer registries currently. There was, however, some good studies on the frequency of leukemia in childhood leukemia in the governorate of Basra in the south of Iraq. And so there was an almost threefold increase in the frequency of childhood leukemia in Basra. And also, and especially in particular cities like Fallujah and near Baghdad and Hawija in the north, there are remarkable increases in the frequency of congenital malformations or birth defects. So, and there's a devoted pediatrician who has very thoroughly documented the increase of birth defects in Fallujah. So normally in most populations around the world, the occurrence of birth defects, congenital malformations, is usually less than 2% of the live births. But in two different studies in Fallujah indicated that the frequency of birth defects in Fallujah was 14% of live births. And I will forego the opportunity to show any photographs of deformed children, but it is something that has plagued Iraq, starting with the 1991 fighting in the south of Iraq. And it has almost genocidal consequences in that many young couples avoid having children for fear of having a child with a birth defect. And these birth defects, frequently involve the nervous system and the cardiac system. And I, should just briefly mention that there's a remarkable group of young Americans who are based in Solomania in the north who organized campaigns to bring cardiac surgeons and specialists to treat children with birth defects. And they call themselves the Preemptive Love Coalition. Okay, so I think I will conclude with that outline. So thank you very much.